We're so aligned.
Get that stuff out of here. It's Southwest Bias.
Welcome into Southwest Bias, brought to you by our friends at the Husband and Wife Law Team. If you've had a serious injury, call the Husband and Wife Law Team first at 602-783-8841 or visit their website at husbandandwifelawteam.com. And we are live from Studio K. Got the point right. Brought to you by our friends at Circle K. Become a member of the Inner Circle today for free by downloading that Circle K app. It's a big day. It is a big day out at the morgue. Jalen Green's making his debut for the Suns. Bradley Beal's back. And it got me thinking about Alanis Morissette. Okay, so that probably sounds weird. Because it is. I mean, it's me. But everybody knows her song, Ironic. In fact, I asked the younger youngins around here if they knew what it was. They said they did. So, it's not just me, but the song Ironic, right? You all know the lyrics. When the chorus, it's like rain on your wedding day. It's a free ride when you've already paid. It's good advice that you just didn't take. And who would have thought it figures? It's like Jalen Green making his debut. It's like Bradley Beal returning to Phoenix. It's like the morgue getting loud and quiet. And who would have thought it figures? It's ironic. And actually, ironic, unlike the song, that Jalen Green will make his debut tonight, in all likelihood, against the Clippers out at the morgue, and Bradley Beal does not appear on the injured list for the Clippers and likely will play as well. It's Green versus the green of the deferred money that you're paying. It's Jalen Green's excitement versus whatever it's called when you think about Bradley Beal. This is going to be an interesting night of conflicting emotions out at the Mortgage Matchup Center. And I'm excited for it. Jalen Green is somebody that I think can take this offense to new heights. They've played all right. The offensive system works. It finds open looks for players, but the usage of Devin Booker has been sky high. Now, the results have been fantastic as well. And I want to see Devin Booker continue to score, continue to pass the rock, and be efficient. But what I really want to see is Jalen Green take that pressure off of Devin Booker by getting to the rim, adding a whole nother level to that offense that they don't have right now. His pick and roll with Mark Williams and how his ability to finish at the rim will make it where the defense has to make a deadly choice one way or another. Let Jalen get to the rim or let Mark Williams likely get an easy dunk from the dunker spot. What will defenses do? Can Jalen and his speed help pick up the pace even more? What will the defense look like? I don't know if it's going to look similar to what it's been. Will it take a step back because Jalen is not an all-world defender? And how's the bench look now that they'll get likely Grayson Allen back, who's been shooting fantastic this season? Plus, has Jalen's shot changed at all? What he worked on in the offseason? Is his mid-range or three-point shot a little bit more efficient? There is so much good that's going to come from Jalen Green being out there tonight. It's going to be so much fun to watch what that energy and athleticism can bring on the floor for the Suns. I need to see a Jalen Green dunk tonight. I need to see him yak on somebody. Now, will it happen? I don't know. But haven't we all been watching those highlights, dreaming of number 4 in a Suns uniform, throwing it down like Michael Finley used to as number 4 for the Suns? I sure know I have. I know Twitter has as well. I can't wait to watch that and what dynamic things open up on the offensive end of the floor because of it. On the other side of the coin, tonight is going to be very, very bizarre when Bradley Beal returns for his first regular season game back in Phoenix. We all know the saga. We know the disappointment. We know how much money the Suns had to burn just to get rid of him so he could wind up with the Clippers in supposedly a better situation for him. And the big question is, will the Suns have a tribute video? I'm sure they will. I'm sure they will. I hope they take the money to pay for that said tribute video out of the hours that one of their editors has to spend out of that next deferred payment check. He's going to make like $240,000 tonight, today, just playing against the Suns. So take a little bit of that money out to pay for that tribute video. But the other question is, how should fans react? How should fans out there at the morgue tonight react to Bradley Beal? A lot of people are saying they should boo him, that they should mercilessly boo him. Other people politely clap because whatever. I think the appropriate response is complete and utter indifference. Total silence when they play that video. Total silence when he touches the ball. Because guess what? His time here was total indifference. He didn't show up, so why should you show up to even boo him? Why should you even give him the energy or the attention? We've all pretty much forgotten the fact that he ever played here because he barely did, so why even give him any attention? Ignore him and let the Suns beat up on the Clippers. Beat up on a team that's shorthanded with Kawhi out and James Harden out tonight. Go out there and be loud for Jalen Green. Be loud for the Suns and ignore the fact that that other guy who showed up for 5 minutes and a cup of coffee in Phoenix, is even out there on the court. I think that is a much more effective way to screw with somebody than to actually boo them. People can feed off of being booed. People can use that as motivation. Guess what they can't use as motivation? Complete and utter indifference. Complete and utter apathy. Nobody ever went, you know what? That silence really motivated me tonight. Nobody once went, man, that crowd really didn't even acknowledge I existed. That gets in somebody's head. That screws with them. Booing can fire them up. Booing can lead somebody to dropping 50 on you. Ignoring them completely with dead silence can cause them to miss because they're going to be in their freaking head. Complete indifference is the move tonight when it comes to Bradley Beal. Treat him the way he treated his time with the Suns. Not even showing up in terms of the ability to boo, the ability to care. Because quite frankly, ain't our problem. He's Los Angeles' problem. They got to worry about it. You know what? Not our problem. So just ignore him because there's something much more exciting. And yes, my nails are painted black in honor of Jalen Green returning or making his debut. My 9-year-old daughter painted them last night for this and for this purpose. And you should go out there and celebrate something that's exciting. This could be a moment where a new young star for the Phoenix Suns rises and emerges. It could be the first time you could say, hey, where was I when Jalen Green made that first start and started that run to something special? Maybe it won't be. There's no guarantees in this world, but maybe it will be. And celebrating that and enjoying it is why we're Suns fans and why we're sports fans. Owning that moment, loving that moment, finding something fun after 2 years of no fun is what this journey is about. So have fun. Enjoy that Jalen Green is going to do some athletic and special things, probably in night one, but definitely as his run with the Suns goes on. And just ignore the other noise. Ignore the deferred payment that's on the court because that's what he deserves. Because that's what he gave us all. But maybe that's just my Southwest bias. Welcome in the beard, the luscious beard, and the dreads behind the Mac. It's Kevin. Kevo, how are you?
I'm good. Koa Pete is in my life as an Arizona Wildcats fan, so I cannot complain, as I told you pre-show, Espo. I'm very glad you took that monologue where you did when you were asking what the response from fans should be. I was really hoping indifference was the direction because that is exactly what Bradley Beal gave the franchise. Complete and utter indifference unless it's about his paycheck. So very well said, our GM Espo.
Yeah, I mean, I the only thing you should boo is when that direct deposit hits his account every 2 weeks. We should find out that date. We should boo then. Was that wire transfer go through at about 9 p.m.? Boo right then. But the guy, ignore him. It's just indifference. I mean, Kevin, doesn't it screw with you more when you get the silent treatment rather than when you get yelled at? I mean, that's the way it feels for me.
Beal did play for the Wizards, though, so he might be used to a quiet crowd every once in a while during a regular season game, especially if John Wall's not right there next to him. So it feels like he should be used to silence, but that's neither here nor there.
Fair.
I'm with you on that, though.
That is very much fair. I'm going to give you a few seconds here to talk. I need you to sell me on Koa Pete. Give me your speech, your feelings. Sell me and the bias in the chat on Koa Pete really quick and why he's great for U of A this year and why you think that he's going to be a special player even when he goes to the next level. Yeah. Ready, go.
Yeah, I'll keep it somewhat brief because I could wax poetic for hours about our guy Koa Pete. But this is Mr. Arizona, not just Tucson, but the entire state of Arizona. He is Mr. Arizona, 4-time state champion, multiple-time gold medalist, the most junior gold medals of anybody who's ever competed for the junior teams of any country. Record-breaking performance in his first game against the defending national champions. Talk about announcing yourself. He megaphoned, screamed it to the world from the top of the Empire State Building, whatever you want to say, announced himself as well. He's a freak athlete from a freak athletic family. His brother plays in the NFL. His other brother plays for the Arizona Wildcats football team. Well, plays, but he's on the Arizona Wildcat football team. There's a lot to love about Koa Pete. He's super cerebral on the court. He can facilitate a little bit. He's not the best passer, but he can pass. He can rebound. He can shoot from the mid-range. Not really an outside shooter, but just absolute dominance in the paint from Koa Pete, and that's what you're going to get all year, hopefully.
He can posterize, too.
Oh, yeah, big time.
I haven't asked you this. I think it was Shane that I talked to, but should it still be called postering since nobody hangs posters on their wall? Is there a better term? Should it be TikToking?
Yes,
you got TikToked.
That's interesting, right? Because you don't really put up posters anymore. You really don't.
Koa Pete just TikToked that dude.
It doesn't have the same ring. It doesn't have the same ring.
But is that because we've heard posterized for so long?
I think so.
Or I think we can change this narrative if we really want to. I think Koa Pete's the guy that could do it.
We got to go back to the drawing board with what the actual verb is going to be, though. I don't think TikTok is it.
You are.
He reeled him. He reeled him isn't bad.
He reeled him. I like that.
Because it's a highlight reel. It's an Instagram reel.
Ooh, I like that.
You put him in the reel, something like that.
See, this is what you do. You are of the younger generation. You are the future of this business, and you come up with fire like that. And that's why Shane's too close to my age. Mentally, definitely. But you bring that youthful energy that an old middle-aged white guy doesn't bring to the show. I appreciate that. I wouldn't have thought of reeled.
Clipped is not bad. Clipped is good.
Yeah, clipped is good. Oh, I like clipped.
I
got clipped. I like. I think
clipped
both
him on that
He
dunk.
clipped him.
Yeah, I like that too. That's a good one.
Although, then it feels weird if you're playing the Clippers though. Does it? No?
That's a
too much of a stretch?
That's one circumstance. It works for Abilene Christian, So I feel like we should be able to use it for everybody.
I mean, well, let's be honest though. Koa Pete wasn't playing the Sisters of the Poor. He wasn't playing SUU. He was playing Florida.
Man, he dog walked Alex Condon, who just went out there and won a national championship last year. He's hitting buckets against Ruben Chinyelu, turning around saying he can't effing guard me to the bench. This guy's 18 years old.
Who'd he clip on? He
dunked on Condon.
There we go.
Yeah.
Look at that. He clipped him. We got something exciting on the other side of the break. I welcome in a guest that I've been working on getting on the program for a little while. Is the Phoenix Suns sideline reporter Amanda Pflugrad. We caught up yesterday, talked about the Suns, talked about her career. You're really going to enjoy this right after the break. Circle K, you see it every day here on the desk. I stop by every morning to get my coffee and usually a little Coke Zero. And when I need gas, I'm stopping there as well. Right now, I got a friendly text from them the other day out of the blue that said, hey, you know what? Just because you're an Inner Circle member, if you stop here 5 times, you're going to get 30 cents off every gallon of gas you get the next time you fill up. I said, joke's on you. I've already been here 5 times this month. I'm already getting that 30 cents off. It is brilliant the way that they offer such great incentives to you. And it's super simple to be a part of it. All you got to do is download that Circle K app for free, put in a little bit of information, and bam, you are part of the inner circle. You're going to save 25 cents off your first 5 fill-ups. Then 3 cents off after that. Then you're going to hit that Kevo level. Like they don't even let me in this level anymore. They said, you know what, Kevo is so much cooler and so much better than you. We're gonna give it to him 5 cents off, but you can get in the Kevo level. No ID, no nothing required. You just get in there because you filled up so often. Plus 79-cent Polar Pops, 99-cent Frosters, and a load of other deals. All you got to do is join the Inner Circle for free by downloading the Circle K app today. Terms and conditions apply, like everything in life. At participating locations, visit CircleK.com for details. And got to tell you about our title sponsor on the program, the Husband and Wife Law Team. You want to this is the Husband and Wife Law Team. This isn't just a husband and a wife practicing law. No, this is the Husband and Wife Law Team. And you got to do your research after an accident or serious injury. The lawyer you hire matters, right? The lawyer you hire matters. Mark and Alexis Breyer are the Husband and Wife Law Team, and they are fantastic. We've dealt with them since we started this partnership, and you're going to be in good hands with them because Phoenix is their home. They've raised their 8 children here, and where the focus is always the client, the results and giving back to the community are just as important for them. The team brings hundreds of years of combined trial experience, multiple certified specialists in personal injury and wrongful death. So you know you're getting somebody that knows what they're doing. And the practice is 100% dedicated to injury and wrongful death. That's experienced and specialized and equipped with the expertise to handle every aspect of your case. So if you've had a serious injury, call the Husband and Wife Law Team first at 602-783-8841 or visit husbandandwifelawteam.com. Told you before the break, had the pleasure of sitting down with Sun sideline reporter Amanda Pflugrad yesterday, and here's our conversation. Really excited to welcome in the Sun sideline reporter Amanda Pflugrad onto Southwest Bias. Amanda, thanks for taking a few minutes with me.
Oh yeah, of course. I'm glad this finally worked out.
I got to ask you. You've got a last name that I'm sure gets mispronounced a lot. What's been the most difficult last name that you've had to say as a broadcaster?
Oh my gosh. I at first just like going over it for Wembanyama. I just I'm saying that so many times in a row, it can kind of get, flubbed, but yeah, and then Yusuf Nurkic, that was a little bit, now that I know how to say it, but seeing the spelling of it, that was a little, going through it, I was making sure that I was saying it right.
Mine was Ursua Swastigi.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a mouthful.
I was a PA announcer in college and had to do that in front of a stadium full of people, and butchered it a few times. How has it been this season with the team traveling? I'm not a big fan of the word vibes, but how have the vibes been for you and with this young crew this year?
Honestly, it's been great throughout training camp. We were able to go and watch practices. I would say that the guys, it's very competitive. But yeah, like you mentioned, the vibes, I will say, are very good with this team. I can tell they're very supportive of each other. And then also too, bringing in Dylan Brooks, I think that's just brought kind of this new competitive edge to the team. And they've said numerous times, like you want him on your team, but like he's so different off the court than when he's on the court. So it's interesting because I think I've been seeing the guys like feed off that Oso and just him kind of coaching the younger guys up. So I would say they're very supportive of each other. They want to win, and practices have been competitive.
How have post-game interviews been? Because it seems like there's an element of surprise that can happen at any moment this year. You obviously had Dylan join you and Devin the other night. Has it been kept you on your toes?
Yeah, I would say it has. It's been good so far. Obviously, wanting them to string together more wins and stuff. But I mean, that upset against the Spurs, that was a great game. Devin Booker's playing great. And yeah, that was so funny with Dylan just like randomly coming up post game saying he's Rico Suave. So yeah, you never know with him.
What's the weirdest thing that's happened to you in your time either with the Celtics or here live? Have you had any weird moments, kind of like the Rico Suave thing?
Um, you know, No, I would just say that one with the Celtics, sometimes the group would come together, but it was never anything super weird. Just kind of like trying to keep me on my toes. I've tried to stay like if they were, doing a water bath or something or water shower with that, I would try to get out of the way as quickly as I could. Damian Lee did that quite a few times. So that was one where I was always trying to get out of the way when Book was getting showered.
What uh what has kind of surprised you this season so far with this group, and kind of just being around them, watching these first 8 games? What's kind of surprised you as the sideline reporter?
Um, I don't know if I would say surprised me, but I will say something that kind of seen a theme with this group is the fight that they have to try to stay in games, and it's something that's been a big conversation in the locker room with them of when they do get down. It's something that they've been talking about constantly of like, we know that we need to improve, and really trying to like fight and stay in games, and have that kind of more of that competitive edge. I think that that's something that I've seen early on, that I think is going to serve them well later on in the season of just them getting together, talking about it, knowing about it. And it's something that's obviously been addressed with Coach Ott too.
You bring up Coach Ott. A lot of people talk about just how impressive he is with the X's and O's and your conversations with him. What's been your read on just that vast basketball knowledge that he has?
Oh, he is a basketball junkie through and through. Like it is just he can sit and just the way that he breaks down the game, the way that he sees everything just from his background too. I think, being a video coordinator and just being able to see the game that way. I mean, he is 100% a basketball junkie. And always working. I feel like every time I see him, the players have talked about it too. He's the first one in, the last one to leave. And I think it was Book that said it at practice is that there's an intention behind everything that he does. They'll watch film, they'll go through things that they want to try to clean up, but then the intention for all the drills, everything that they're doing, he kind of explains it to them and they know the reason why they're doing it. And it's just, I think that open communication, but also getting feedback from the players because he's been so open with this is his first year in the league. He doesn't know what he doesn't know. And the players feel comfortable kind of talking to him, opening up to him. It was preseason, and he actually sat down with the broadcast team and took time to say to us, like, look, if you see something, please let me know. Give me feedback on this. And I don't think I've ever had a head coach in my career in broadcasting be so open like that. So I think everyone appreciates that and that humility to it, being able to feel like you can have that relationship, go up and talk to him. But I've been really impressed with him so far.
You were with the Celtics for years. Were you working Devin Booker's 70-point game?
Yes, I was. Yes, I was. I
What?
remember that. I remember that. And that was also a time too, like growing up and being a huge Suns fan, whenever the Suns came into town, it was always kind of like, oh, I'm rooting for both teams. I probably shouldn't be saying that, but that was so impressive. And that was something that the Celtics players and everyone was, just amazed by. But that was really cool to witness in person.
Yeah, I can't imagine what it was like to be in that building. I have family in Boston. I was actually born there, so to know how passionate that fan base is, but the fact that they actually even started cheering for
Yeah.
Book to get to that 70-point mark had to be something unbelievable to witness in person.
Oh yeah, I think everyone was just like, okay, we're watching greatness unfold, even if it, the Suns lost that game, I remember, but like they were still rooting for Book, and it was really really cool to kind of see that camaraderie too between the two teams.
What's life like a sideline reporter, life of a sideline reporter like? Obviously, you get limited opportunity on air. So how do you stay prepared? How do you wind up, knowing what you're going to talk about and when you're going to be able to get it in? Because I don't think fans understand exactly everything that goes into your job and how prepared you have to be at a moment's notice.
Yeah, I mean, that word prepared really stands out because you kind of have to be ready to go in any direction at any time and kind of have stories for all players. If one guy, gets hot or, there's a new starter or something like that. Like we've had so much stuff on Mark Williams too, and then ready to go on Jalen Green and Dylan when they do get back. So over prepared. And then I think, I'll go to a majority of the shoot arounds practices, so I'm always there talking to the guys, knowing the topics that each day going into the game. So for example, tomorrow they'll have shoot around, so I'll be at shoot around, and then I'll talk to whatever players available. I'll call our producer afterwards. We'll kind of go through different topics. Hey, I'm thinking this, I have quotes on this, we could highlight this stat. And then it's also sponsorship elements too that we need to be able to cover. So we try to work those in with each storyline. And then, so we'll do that. And then I'll also talk to the guys from pregame on a new topic of what we want to cover, and then just prepping for the game in the afternoon. And then I'll get to the arena early. I'll go to, the pregame pressers, and then we're kind of off and running. But I take, notes for each game. I save them. So I have, like, if there's different themes that potentially line up from a game 2 days ago or something like that, I can kind of try to tie it in too. And it's kind of just this long running list of, how storylines evolve through the season and different key points to focus on throughout the season of like a common theme that the players and coaches talk about.
Well, you mentioned you're from Arizona, and if I'm not mistaken, your brother played at ASU as well. So what did it mean to you when you got the opportunity to come back to the Valley and be the sideline reporter for the Suns?
Honestly, Greg, it was everything. I mean, it was truly amazing. I think that was always a dream of mine to get back. I mean, I loved my time in Boston, covering the team, the players. I mean, it's the Boston Celtics, just that recognition. It was incredible. I learned so much and I loved living there. I think that there was always a pull to get back to the Arizona market, being home. My family's here. I grew up here. And I just thought the end goal and the dream would be what a perfect opportunity to be able to combine a life outside of the NBA, to be able to be close to family and friends, but then also do what I love. So you just that, growing up here, watching the Suns, having it all tied together, it was everything, and kind of just this full circle moment that I'm still like pinching myself that I get to do this every day. It's really incredible.
How difficult is it to interview somebody like Kaman Malawach or Mark Williams? It seems like the height differential adds an extra level of difficulty to the job. And do I need to put in a call to my friend Bob Adlock so we can get you like a box or something?
We're still talking about a box. That is
Uh,
something that has come up. That ladder that we used with Bull Bowl, that seems to be, and even when I was up there, he said to me, "I still can't hear you." So I'm just like, okay, I don't know what we do here, but what we started to do, if we're getting them for certain feature content, we'll have the players sit down. So it's like we're kind of at eye level. We did something with even like Oso and Ryan, and we had them sit down just because I don't know, it just looks less awkward. But yeah, it is one of those things where I wish I was taller. I've always wished that I was like 5'8", 5'9". Being a gymnast, it just wasn't going to happen. So it is sometimes where you just kind of do it, and it's like my job, so I don't think about it. But then like I'll have people comment like, I can only see the microphone, or get you a ladder and stuff. So I kind of play along with it too.
Hey, I'm 5'8", and when I interviewed those guys, it was still awkward. So it's a hazard of working in the NBA, right?
They're tall no matter what. That's the thing. If they're huge, so it's just kind of one of those things where anyone's going to look short compared to them.
I had a great moment with my 9-year-old daughter last night. She was standing on the bathroom counter and she goes, "Daddy, how tall do you think I am?" I go, "You're probably about 7 foot." She's like, "How do you know that?" I said, "Because I worked with guys that were 7 feet tall or taller, and you're about where they were." I'm like,
Yeah.
when I worked with Shaq, he was about that size. She's like, "Who's Shaq?" So I had to show her pictures. So.
Oh yeah.
I've got to say this, and I'll let you go after this. I just want to say that I'm very glad that you didn't get the social media sideline reporter job with the Suns, because you avoided having to work with me, and I probably would have destroyed your entire NBA career at that point. So
No, I think we would have been great. I really think we would have been great. I remember that though. Josh Kelman was the one that kind of helped me put together the reel and all of that. So, and I mean, I owe it a lot to him to be able to start in the Arizona market, because he was the one that actually reached out to me to start at Fox Sports Arizona when it was Auburn and Oregon in the national championship, covering the media days and stuff. So Kelman is one of the reasons why I think I'm back in this market too.
Josh Kelman and I are frenemies. We love each other, but there is not a man who will give me more crap than Josh Kelman texting me. So a mutual friend I know well. Amanda, thank you so much for your time. It's always a pleasure to talk to you, and I'm glad we got to do it in this space. And I wish you nothing but the best the rest of the season, and I hope we can catch up again.
Yeah, definitely. I'm looking forward to it, and I'm glad that this worked out.
Thanks so much, Amanda. I really do appreciate your time. Jalen Green's back. We're going to see what the offense looks like. And remember, just be silent with Bradley Beal this evening. That's another edition of Southwest Bias in the books. A big thanks to our guest, Amanda Pflugrad, for joining us from the Phoenix Suns broadcast team. Also, a big thanks to Kevo. Kevin standing in for the producer extraordinaire, Shane Diefenbach. You can follow Kevin at Kevo Posts, correct?
Yes.
All right. Follow him there. Check him out on TikTok, too. He's an unbelievable TikToker. And if you're not careful, you'll be reeled by him, too, or clipped. You can follow the show at PHNX_sports. You can follow me at Espo. And remember, silence is golden. Ahoy, hoy.
We all silly like the mayor.